Hello everybody and welcome back to another Dark Souls 3 live stream, and today we're doing nothing but farming. Give me a sec. The voice is sending me message. Oh yeah, and guys, I have great news. Trying to sound like a I finally farmed the symbol of Everence.
Passion 1. Huh.
And I got this weapon. It's good for backstabbing apparently. And it has a moveset like this. And I have the shield of 1 to boost my soul drop and item drop, probably. Oh, okay, we ran out of
Can't find anything.
Ember to buy. And we go to Anor Londo.
Very kid-like of you.
Then I met him.
You're ugly?
The man.
What's up, Greg, and welcome back to the Romance Channel, where we cover the hottest
Alright. I'm gonna try to farm with this, but I do want to just farm with my cell sword. Ah, no. The stakes are high right now. This is not even farming. Oh, heck. No, please. What? And this head is too big. Oh, heck yeah. That's it. And you know, as long as I have it dropped a full set. No, it's like 3/4 of a full set. But it's still quite impressive. Alright, but the best farming weapon that I found is the Frail Blade, because it's just that good. It's the Moonveil of Dark Souls. Look at that. And there isn't anything to buff it. And you know, with the Ember active, I can be constantly searching for world to help. And you know, wait, did they respawn yet? Yes, they did. Okay, and you know, if I go help those people, I get something. You know, I get, and if I beat the invader, I automatically improve with Concord kept. Bruh. And nothing. It has been like 30 to 40,000 souls or so. Nothing at all.
Lee's older brother, Noah. Noah is established as being irrationally angry and violent in the intro as well, so...
No drop. Wow. No! No! The stakes are high. Yeah.
Hey, don't fuck my brother. So Alice clearly infatuated with Noah right from the start. We can all see that. So you might think, damn, they have just a few rules.
One. No, no, no. No! 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 The stakes are high. No! I didn't mean to! I am a professional farmer now. And so far, no drops at all. Yeah, I can boost it up to 319. And somehow if I roll at the perfectly wrong time, it will just hit me. Dang it. You must drop. Dang it. It doesn't work. Bruh, what the heck? I used to be so comfortable with like a solid 159 item discovery, but now I'm just like, bruh, I'm at 309 and it's not dropping. I don't know what's happening, man. Bruh, someone just start invading people so I can get called. The large ticket. And there goes my mom interrupting anything I do to tell me that I'm a failure and I will never be able to do anything until I play the game. That's amazing. Classic Chinese mom.
Okay, so not only does Noah see Elle as a little sister,
It's not that I don't study. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like I have 5 essay, 10 homework assignment that is currently missing and needed to be turned in by the end of tomorrow, or I get 0% for all of them. No, that's not the case. The case is, I currently have literally nothing to do. I had even finished my SAT prep. And my mom's like, study. What can I study? College? Then why would I go to college if I can just study college now? It's ridiculous. And because in China, on the first day, they just give you the textbook, like the whole textbook. My mom will be like, you can do more of the textbook questions. And I'm just like, okay, you have a point. I mean, they literally gave you the textbook, so why not? And she will still be complaining that, like, in China, I'm not even allowed to play video game. I'm just allowed to, like, play with friend and read book. Can you believe reading? She will complain about me being, quote-unquote, addicted to reading. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You told me to finish the textbook. And I indeed finished the textbook. What more do you want? And she's like, anything but having fun. And I'm just like, yeah, no. And she's like, if you get anything less than like 100 on this test, you should prepare to get beaten up by me. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Maybe not like 100, but she's like, if you get anything less than a 95, and because you did this, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And I'm just like, yeah. No! Ah, my ember. Almost 200k and no drop? That's amazing. Oh, what the heck? What the hell? No! No! No more! No more! No more! Ah, fuck. Why am I so unlucky today? Imagine no drop at 1,000,000 soul. That would be crazy. What the? What the heck? I just can't get rid of the lock-on. Jesus.
Leave her alone. Noah's a really confusing character in this movie. Portraying him as just like a popular guy that gets all.
I just Okay. Bruh, Titanite shard. You got it. It's over! It's the high ground. Hey, one of my messages rated. Let's go. 300k souls, no drop, maybe?
Times Square. We'll have a little more privacy up there. From there, their relationship.
Oh no. Opening. Yay. No drop! Really? Someone call for help. Please, I want to help someone. To benefit myself, of course. I feel like I'm more unlucky than when I didn't have the symbol of weapons. No way. Bruh, no way. Ah, no! No! Fuck!
When I can't see who's telling me to stop, so I'm gonna fucking kill him! There's a lot of fallout from this interaction. No one, like, skips town for a few days, and Lee doesn't want to talk to him.
Screw all of you guys. Haha. Okay, last one I'm willing to do. What the heck? If I didn't back up, then he would have actually killed me. No! What the heck? Yeah, no, I'm not using it anymore.
Take no of that because it's just made everything so complicated in their friendship. Why should I? Because I love you. I love you. You're my little sis. How can I?
Look at this. Let's see how this does. Ah, that's amazing there. What? Oh, heck yeah. Alright, what else can I use? Alright, I'm gonna go back and level up because the amount of souls is getting too big. The stakes are high right now.
Ashta, then Ida. Very well, then take.
Let's invest all of them into faith. Oh yeah.
Mayst thou thy
Okay, we can take that off for now and get some more rusted coins. Too much, too much. You know what? We can get 86.
Thanks, sweet.
What the? Going back to Andor. And we put this back on. What is that hitbox? There's no drop. Oh, dang. Bruh.
He's especially excited to try out for the football team, so he's giving us information. He's really excited. He's excited for school. Try out.
Alright, guys, give me a second. Going to the left. I have returned. Oh, heck yeah. Come get me. Oh. Oh, hey. Bruh.
This song ends with what might be the
It seems like our luck is down. Don't know why, but I just wanted to say that. But literally our luck is down. Bruh, really? Is this Miyazaki's way of telling me? That I just stood and farmed was a symbol of heaven? Bruh. Bad luck, man. Hold a soul and I'll try swimming. That's a good move. Oh. Okay, no more bad things. Okay, even if I go, I know.
completely engulfed in shadows. If you were to change out the music in the scene to horror music, it would make a lot more sense.
Combo! Let's go. That's a solid combo. Hmm. Oh no! Bruh.
White, and that's why doctors can't explain it, and that's why nobody can explain it. That's also why my hair is turning white. Nothing gets by me, man. I figured out the twist of this movie before we're even freaking.
No, no. Oh no. Bruh. Please. No, come on. No, dang it.
Zombies are actually invited. This pisses Bucky, the cheer captain, off big time. Bucky, again, is a major zombie foe, so when the zombies are allowed in the pep rally, Bucky comes up with a way to embarrass.
Give me the proof. Or I kill you all. Bruh. He's just like, it's fine. Everything is fine. I swear, like, Warrenstein is just training them all. Because his ring have, like, a strong, a buff to the guard counter. And they're just guard countering. Dang it, bro. They're just like, I have to make him proud. It would be really funny if some of them drops Ornstein's ring. I didn't talk about Ornstein. You know, let's take a detour to Arc Dragon Peak. Where is it? Ah, yes, the Nameless King, of course. Yeah, we're just gonna go on a little field trip in Arc Dragon Peak, because after I beat the Nameless King, I never went back. What is this? Oh, okay. Dang. I did not expect that. I guess I will go with the Desert Pyromancer set. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, there. Ah, yes. That's what I was looking for. I was like, speaking of Ornstein, let's go find his armor. Hehe. No! You can still see it. The bloodstains up there. Oh my gosh. Ooh, a Titanite slab. Whoa. I don't plan on to die on this field trip. Woo! No! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're still fine. We're okay. No, no. You what? No way. It's actually eating me. Run away. No! Please, don't kill me! The people at Firewing Shrine still needs me! Okay, I just pulled a power of friendship. It was burial. Guard counter again! You idiot! Shield doesn't work in Dark Souls. Rolling though. What the hell? Still no drop at all? Combo. Combo. Oh no. 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 You live. You die. Bruh, there's no way I... What? Woo. Crisis averted. That was so close, but that just proves the versatility of the what. Nope, don't get stuck, and I cannot back up any further. Are you kidding me?
But it turns out they're so bad on their own, they don't even need to be sabotaged. Okay, gotta be.
But sometimes after they do a guard, they don't counter immediately, which is weird. I'll take it. I mean, I live from that. I see that as a win. Please, just somebody. Okay, you know what? I'm going back. So, 600,000 sold. Around that number has been farmed. And no proof of Concord kept is dropped. Bruh.
Ash thou, then I am thou. Very then take.
More faith, because I want to use the Dark Moon incantation.
Mayst thou thy peace.
But I don't know how many of the proof of Concord kept it is needed to get the Dark Moon incantation. Like, how many do I have right now? I only have 11. Yikes. Run! You have to be joking.
With the lore from the first movie. Now, all of that might lead you to believe that this movie is going to be really bad, like even worse than the first movie. But honestly, this movie is not that bad.
No! The next chick, I'm gonna die. The classic 1, 2, 3 combo. I mean the 1 square, 2 square, 3 square combo, I'm sorry. The 1, 2, 3 is... And...
So, hold on. You guys didn't think...
Oh no. Today is just the worst day to farm this. I'm so unlucky. Bruh, no way.
Crazy thing to say for someone who has for sure eaten his neighbors. Also, we saw what you did to people in the last movie, dude. It's not hard to believe at all. I'm still scared.
Oh my gosh, finally! It didn't take a mil, it took 700k. But to be honest, there is a lot of soul buff added. So, you know, it's probably just a normal drop rate, but that took one heck of a lot. Yes! I don't know if you guys have watched that one court clip where there was just that guy being asked like, what's your name? And I forgot what that guy's name is, but you know, his name ends with like that airy. And then it's like, do you have brother? Yes. And then it's like, what's their name? And it's just like another name end with airy. So and then the man's face, he doesn't look happy. Just in general, just not happy. It's very uncreative naming process. I wonder what my kid's name is. No. Meteor's attack are better than yours. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I beat Meteor. Off camera, of course. But you know, I'm still currently playing online, and I'm not getting kicked or saying I'm completely banned. So, you know, I beat him legit. I found out that, you know, to dodge that one fire attack that I was so mad about, you just have to run away and run back. And I have officially named that attack Run Back Attack TM, Rights Reserved, copyrighted. What? Did you think that I'm not going to trademark it? And rights reserved it? And copyright it? Did you think that Dark Souls is just Dark Souls? No, guys. It's Dark Souls TM. I love that. It's very funny for some reason to me. When someone type Dark Souls, but they also type TM over their thing, they just say it. It's just copyright laws. Am I right, guys? Dark Souls. But you know, I don't think like Bloodborne or Sekiro or Outer Rings like trademark, because they all have that little trademark thing next to it. I think. But you know, none got to the height as Dark Souls TM. I just generally swing backward on that one. Floating over there. The funniest part of the whole video, question mark? Alright, once I have 15 of the proof of Concord kept, I'm gonna turn it in. I'm gonna make this, like, Covenant like a boss. It has 2 phases. Phase 1, 15 Concord kept. Phase 2. I think it's just that this game is so dead, nobody's playing it. Like, I'm not saying that it's dead, but it's just not as popular where you can you know, get summoned every other minute or so. I'm definitely gonna be playing Elden Ring DLC the day it comes out. So yeah, I predict the multiplayer that day is gonna go crazy. It might even peak at, you know, 1 million concurrent players. Because considering 12 million of them bought the game, and let's say like, I'm not trying to say that anybody is bad at the game, but let's just say like 25% of them actually beat the game legit, and you know, and they are actually more interested to play online than playing mod. I'm not saying anybody's bad. I'm just saying, you know, personal preference. I'm not saying, just saying. So we'll say 25% of them. Oh my! Next tick on day. And you know, so that's about 3 mil. And let's say, you know, again, I'm not calling anybody poor here. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to get the minimum number of players. Let's just say, like, you know, how many would I say? Like 66% of them are not rich enough to purchase the DLC. So they're not gonna get on that day. So, yeah. Like, if you just do the bare minimum and does not include any new player, and just take the initial, like, 12 million copies sold within a week of release, that is still 1 million people. So, the chance of Elden Ring hitting 1 mil concurrent is very possible on the day that DLC releases. And it might continue for, like, a day or two or so. Because of, you know, it's not gonna be like a very short DLC. Like, even it's like the shortest DLC ever, like shorter than, you know, the Painted World of Ariandel, still, it's gonna take like around a day or two to like completely explore and finish. So, yeah. So, they could probably maintain that for a good few days. Like just 7-figure concurrent. Which is insane, by the way. And that might be a record. I think there has been a few games on Steam that had hit 7-figure concurrent. But not that much. So that is going to be record-breaking. I think the peak of Elden Ring concurrent is like 650k or something. Again, please don't cancel me. I just don't remember, okay? I only remember like a fake number. Please don't cancel me if I get it wrong. But in my opinion, Elden Ring's success is like the Souls franchise's success. And it might be my channel's second coming. Why? I produce pretty much just Dark Souls content at this point, and the search for Elden Ring Souls-like DLC is gonna be off the chart. And I can just do like a how to beat every boss in DLC video and probably get like 1 billion views. Yeah, we will say that. We're gonna farm 1 billion views from the DLC release. How about that? That's our channel goal. The most impossible goal ever. 1 billion views from this Elden Ring DLC release. I sounded like I was someone in the English parliament, and I was like proposing how to make money this year. We will make 1 billion views from this Elden Ring DLC release. How to beat Mesmer the Penetrator or something. I think that's his name, right? But I'm more interested in the Red Dancer, because, you know, we got the, is it called, again, I mainly do the whole Soul War in Chinese, so I don't know what exactly it's called in English, But I think it's like the Blue Dancer charm or something. Basically, it's talking about this dancer, yeah, that can probably also use the waterfowl dance, and that's pretty much all I know. I didn't dig too deep, or I once dig deep, but I just forgot. 1, 2, 3, square. They're all square, 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 cube. That was a way of us showing them happiness. Trust us, please. We don't want to kill you. No, wait, no. There are people that still need me in the faraway side. No matter how many times you beat me down, I will stand up again. Die! Like, as much as I enjoy, like, Chinese TV shows, but sometimes it's just ridiculous. Because, you know, like, Chinese people had, like, the whole conflict with Japan during World War II. So there's a lot of, like, so-called historical World War II China versus Japan show made. But it's, like, ridiculous. It's like, I do enjoy if they make it historically accurate, because, like, you're learning history, and, you know, it's realistic. Like, if you like this character, well, you know, this is from actual history, and guess what? If he dies in this battle, he dies. And don't get me wrong, there are those kind of shows, but sadly, they don't make these anymore. They used to make those back in, I would say, like, around the 90s, mid-90s, and the start of 2000. But as the Chinese entertainment circle got more and more ridiculous, they have stopped making, like, good ones. They just started to make ridiculous ones. Like, where the Chinese people just have... It's not even people anymore. It's just that they just summon the Chinese Buddhist god, and then the Japanese just all die. That's the show. Like, believe me or not, that's the show. Like, they actually do that in the show. Or, like, someone is just gonna rip a Japanese soldier in half. Literally in half. With their bare hands. Believe it or not, that's the show. And that's the kind of show, like, even Chinese people don't enjoy it. They're like, man, this is cringe. This is not accurate. Because, like, due to the sheer amount of people that have been in the army during World War II, like, pretty much, because how cruel the Japanese people is back in World War II, like, you have two choices, basically. You wait for the Japanese people to come to your village. Not people, just soldiers. Japanese people are nice. Don't get it wrong. It's just the soldiers. And the military, imperial military. The people have nothing to do with that. Basically, at that time, you only had two choices. You join one of the party's army, or you sit at your village, wait for the Japanese army to come, and they will whether enslave you, or kill you, or enslave you, then kill you. That's two choices. And basically, if you ask just a random Chinese people on the street, and it's like, hey, did your grandfather join the army during, like, World War II? They're probably going to say, like, oh, yeah, they have participated in the army. So, you know, there's a lot of descendants of people from that time. And, you know, they're not happy. They're like, no, this is fake. That's wrong. And then the most ridiculous one, in my opinion, I have seen is probably not summoning God, but just, like, they made, like, a cannon out of wood. Yeah. And guess what? They used that as an artillery to shoot the Japanese plane down. And I was little, you know. Like, oh, what? I was just like, my face has pretty much cringed into like a unrecognizable pile of meat. I was just like, even with my tiny little brain at the time, I was like, no, that is not possible. But you know, like if you pass it off as, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm just doing it because, you know, screw the World War II Japanese soldiers, then, you know, the people can probably understand you, like, oh yeah, you're just trying to, you know, profit off of radical patriotism and make yourself feel better, I guess. But you know, they don't make that clear. They're like historically accurate. What? And people are like, so is this like a history comedy show? And they're like, no, this is completely accurate. And then people are just like, oh, yeah, no, we're not gonna support that. And then that's why they eventually died out. They don't really make that kind of show anymore. Like, now they still kind of make it, but they specifically, like, when they release it, the tag is like, oh yeah, historical comedy. This is not true to actual historical event. I think they realize after, like, 2016 or so, like, people are not buying into it anymore. I think they should have realized it earlier, because people have been talking about those shows a long time ago, but I guess they just think that there's still a piece of cake in that non-existing cake at that point. Wow, I just went on a tangent about very non-realistic Chinese versus Japanese World War II historical TV show. Jeez. And currently, in my history class, we're going through like the World War II unit again, because you take world history, and then you take U.S. history. But, you know, most of them are just reviews, considering world history starts off like 10,000 BC, and then U.S. history is like starting off in like 1600. And you can say even before that, you know, starts off when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But you know, it's definitely less than starting at 10,000 BC. But we're going it through more thoroughly. Like, I have some friend in like freshman year, and they're just going through it briefly. Like, they don't talk about all those events that much. They just like, this is the definition of that event, and then yeah, that's it basically. And then, but now we're just like, all right. So this class, we're just gonna talk about this specifically, and then it's very fun. Because, you know, boys, war, weapon, I think I have said enough. But sometimes when you know too much history, like, those TV shows are just really no fun. No! Because you know they're guaranteed fake. Because you know that part of the history.
And they were best friends. They were inseparable. They were making music together. They were in shows together. They had a weird online...
No! I couldn't do a second one in time. Die. That was the die combo. Nah, I lied. It's the 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 1 square, 2 square combo. I'm telling you, the power of knowledge, man. And I mean, like, what we have went over the last class, I would like to call Germany's top 10 biggest bra moment in World War II. It's like, oh no, please tell me I remember. It's like, basically Dunkirk, Operation Sea Lion, Operation Barbarossa, Pearl Harbor, and declaration of war on America. That's the World War II Germany's mistake. And you guys are wondering, why do I not say that guy's name or that party's name? Because YouTube will probably shut down the stream the second they hear it. Because I'm not tagged historical channel. And they'll be like, hey, I bet you have some secret agenda. I'm checking. But yeah, basically those are the oofs of World War II Germany. Oh my god.
Health insurance, and he's just like, I don't know, bro. I only get health insurance for my kids. And you're my pal, right? Anyways, good luck with those, what did you say they were, shingles? That's
So after like the teacher analyzed it got pretty clear for us, like as a class, on like why World War II Germany was pretty much destined to fail. Because like they willingly got themselves into like a big front war. So you know, the process of just taking over the main continent of Europe, you know, they were chill. They're like, it's a breeze. They just breeze through it. Because most country doesn't have thousands of airplanes and tank and have no concept what lightning war is. They are still living in the time of trench warfare. But the first mistake was at Dunkirk, where they're like, you know, they have to retreat, but the British Navy was nowhere to be found, and then they're just stuck on a beach. But the man himself thought, no, this is too easy. Churchill have to be something. So for that like 3 days, he just didn't attack. And then he successfully won himself because the 300,000 British troops retreated, which lead to Operation Sea Lion, which is where the second bra moment appears. The man, after, you know, the British army retreated, he's like, alright, in order to lightning warfare this country, we're gonna have to float our tanks and troops across. Troops, we're good. We have ships. Tanks, too heavy. So basically, I guess I'm just reteaching that class because I have nothing to talk about. Well, they don't drop any proof of Concord 10. Basically, there's 3 steps to the lightning war. First, obtain air superiority. Guess what? The man himself and his army never gets the air superiority. He brought on that one. Why? Because the British have radar, and the man himself is just like, all right, this time I'm gonna do a surprise attack from 35.6 degrees south of that British Air Force base. They're never gonna see this coming. And then the British, looking at their radar, going like, ha! All right, guys, let's scramble our jets. And then the man himself is just like, what? How do they know? How do they know the exact degree and coordinate that I'm attacking from? And then, you know, the man himself thought there was a mole in the army, in his, like, high-up command or in the army. So he just looked through the whole World War II Germany. But, you know, there was no mole. The biggest mole was himself. Because he thought there was a mole, therefore making himself a mole. In my opinion, he played himself a... And by the way, the man himself is not an endearing term. It's like saying, him who should not be named, okay? I just want to clear that up. So, you know, they never have a successful attack. But, you know, the Royal Air Force eventually gets weared off. Because the man himself just keep attacking the Air Force bases. And planes need runways to take off. And, you know, the pilots are also tired because they don't have a proper place to live because their planes are literally on grass field and they're living there too.
Then I am doused.
And then Churchill did a 200 IQ play on the man himself. He decided to bomb Berlin in World War II, of course. YouTube, World War II, okay? It was starting a war. Alright, glad we got that over with. YouTube, I said it's starting a war. I'm not suggesting violent act. I'm just saying history. It's a fact. And then the man himself was like, how dare you? So, he played himself once more in Operation Sea Lion. Which is, he stopped bombing the RAF bases. And guess what? They just go straight back and use those bases again. And that's... And you know where the man himself decided to bomb as retaliation? London. And you know, as you guys seen in probably, if you guys took history, or if you guys are old enough to take that part of history, you guys will see like the picture of people in London just grabbing their stuff and just straight up living in the bunkers. They're like, yeah, this is fine. And then someone even got their teammate for this. That was a very memorable picture for me. I'm just like, okay. Apparently British people love their team. So, you know, the bombing didn't really do that much like civilian damage, except property damage, asset damage. Do I sound professional enough? Am I gonna get accepted into Harvard Business School? Alright. So yeah, it basically did nothing. Meanwhile, the RAF got to recover, and basically the man himself's chance of getting air superiority gone. Operation Sea Lion failed. So the man's like, oh, okay, I suffered a defeat. I guess I'm just gonna move on. It's okay. It's just written. And then guess where he moved on? He moved on to Russia. Oh, another one. Is Russia the key word, or was the move on keyword? Alright, move on. Move on. Russia. Did not work. There is no secret word combo for this. And the man himself didn't move on to Russia. Nah, I need to sound more sophisticated. He moved on to Operation Barbarossa. Which in my opinion, you know, it's definitely one of the most cool sounding operation name in throughout all country in World War II that I have currently known of. And again, that is not endearing anything that the man himself did. I don't support any bad act. Frankly, I don't even support what what I do sometimes, which is like just being a little like when I'm doing my SAT prep, sometimes I just accidentally lose it because I get some question wrong many times, and then after that I feel bad, like, oh no, I just said a bad word because I did a question wrong. Was it worth it? I'm just that kind of person, okay? I'm not. But yeah, the man himself moved on to Operation Barbarossa, and he kind of underestimated how long the war will take. And he also made a bad decision, which is when Germany was like, World War II Germany was like 20 miles away from Moscow. he decided, you know what? You know what's better than capturing Stalin himself? His city. So, yeah, that's how the Battle of Stalingrad happened. Because, you know, I guess the man himself is just into NTR and that kind of stuff. And by the way, if you know what those 3-letter mean, congratulations. You also know some stuff that you probably shouldn't know at this age. But, you know, and you can't avoid it. Especially when you are a Chinese person, you know, in the Chinese community, they just use it everywhere. Like, even if you don't watch those kind of stuff, you will still know, like, what those mean. And, basically, it's, pulling a sneako and just, no, it's being sneako. Just watching someone, girlfriend in your girlfriend. If that's child friendly enough, girlfriend in your girlfriend. But you know, in this case, it's Hitler. Oh no, I accidentally said his name. It's over. The stream's over. The man himself, taking over Stalin's city. Just pretend I did not say that. I didn't want to use that name because YouTube is definitely gonna destroy the stream. I will just ban it because, you know, I'm not simplified history. Well, what's that channel again? I love that channel. That channel's awesome. The animation, awesome. But in my opinion, favorite episode, Roman Empire one. Like literally randomly, one day I just got bored and started watching like the History Simplified or something. I really forgot the channel name. And then the Roman Empire one, you know, pretty interesting. Learned a lot about the Roman Empire than I used to know, even in world history. But back to World War II. And then, you know, the winter came. Game of Thrones reference. Which, you know, they are machine gun throws, pretty much everything throws. And quote from one of my people in class. Don't want to specify their name or what their job in class is. The reason that the Russian didn't froze is their blood alcohol content is always 2-to-1. So yeah, and that's how the man himself messed up Operation Barbarossa. And quote myself, you know, the attack on Pearl Harbor done by the Japanese during World War II, it's like, you know, Japan is one of the Axis powers during World War II. And you know, it's like, you guys are in a group. Basically, it's Japan, German, Italy. Together, they're the Axis power. And then, you know, Japan is really the unhelpful group. But in this scenario, they're not, like, not helping you by not doing anything. They're not helping you by tearing up the whole project. Because if they didn't attack Pearl Harbor, it would have been a lot different. Because then the man himself didn't have to declare war on USA like 4 days after Pearl Harbor. Which, you know, like, I didn't really understand why the man himself would do that. Because, you know, President Roosevelt specifically targeted Japan. He did not mention Germany a single time during his speech on December 8th, which is, you know, the day after the Pearl Harbor. But, you know, the man himself decided, yeah, you know what, let's declare war. So he willingly got himself into a 3-front war. Ridiculous. A dumb move. So top 5 bro moment of World War II Germany. Yeah, and some fun fact that most people probably don't know. The man himself was literally the Man of the Year on Time magazine in 1936. Yeah, I learned that in 9th grade, and guess how surprised I was. I was like, how is this possible? Is the world blind? And it turns out, after what we learned throughout like the past month or so, yes, the world was blinded by what? The Great Depression. Alright, back to the previous lesson. I'm just not teaching this in chronological order, I guess. In that sense, I'm like Miyazaki. The world is so convoluted. You don't know when it happened, what happened, how it happened. It happened. So, due to the Great Depression, it led to the rise of, I'm not sure if I can say this, very powerful leaders that do not like to share their power. There we go. That's a friendly way of saying it. It's like unpaid social worker, and you know, the man himself. I'm really trying to be kid-friendly here. But yeah, because during the time of the Great Depression, a leader that has a lot of power and don't like to share them is, in people's eyes, more effective than sharing power leaders. Therefore, that time allowed the rise of leaders that have a lot of power but don't like to share them. So, guess what? Well, America is having... Like, I'm not talking bad about America. It's just how it is. It's simple facts. Like, literally... I mean, America recovered pretty well as, you know, a democratic country. Not comparing to the leader that do not like to share their power country. But, you know, before the Great Depression, America had a very numberable country debt of like around 20 billion, if I remember right. And at the time, America was even borrowing money to post-World War I Germany to fix their hyperinflation. 50 billion marks for a loaf of bread, may I mention. And after a few, like, 1 or 2 years after the Great Depression, the national debt has come to, like, 2 trillion or something? And, you know, going to the Gilded Age, which is the ages of monopolies and child labor, you know, the richest man ever, except Mansa Musa, which literally caused a gold economy bubble, is probably John D. Rockefeller. And the man himself made around $32 trillion dollars in current time, in the current USD. 32 trillion. That is only 2 billion short on paying the current American national debt. But to put it into scale, the Great Depression version of the national debt was like worth like not. Wait, I guess I remember the question. I asked my teacher, if John D. Rockefeller had all his wealth, can he fix Great Depression? And my teacher said, no, not even close. And I think at that point you get the issue. It's like a man that can pay the current national debt of America cannot fix Great Depression. And so you see the issue. But you know, those leaders that have a lot of power but don't like to share them, their country are thriving comparing to America because, you know, the man himself started the construction of Autobahn which, as everybody around the world know, as the road you can drive as fast as you want to without any consequences except maybe a car crash. But you know, it's just if you're extremely bad at driving. And then guess what happened when transportation gets faster? Yes, food gets cheaper. Why? It costs less to get the food to the place that it needs to go. Therefore, the price of food drops. And basically, when America is still struggling, pre-World War II Germany has already stabilized. All thanks to the man himself. And again, I'm not enduring the man or endearing him in any way. I don't support his actions. I'm just stating facts. And I guess that's how he got selected as the Time Magazine Man of the Year in 1936. So yeah, that's my history lesson for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, in general, like, it's just ridiculous on how many mistakes that World War II Germany made and how blinded the world is. Oh no, that was like 200 pesos. But at this point, I'm done. I can't care about it anymore. It's 8:13. I will not back down. I mean, and also, like, if I use, like, pre-World War II, yeah, like, just general world politics to analyze the current time, I don't think a world war is happening anytime soon. Considering, I mean, there's definitely inflation, but I don't see a worldwide Great Depression. In case you guys didn't know and thought Great Depression only affected America, it actually affected the whole world. I mean, one of the picture that was shown on the presentation was a man saying, $100 cash, you get this car. And the whole world is pretty much suffering from Great Depression. I mean, there is a time period in China where, like, things are... Oh, another one? Let's go. Where things are so expensive, you pretty much... If you want to buy, like, a pound of meat, you pretty much had to, like, put all the money in, like, a small car, drive it to the guy who sells meat, and just give the cart to them. Like, at the time, it's not even, like, how much money you got. It's how many pounds of money do you have, sir? Yes, this pound of meat costs 2 pounds of money. So, I don't know which one's worse, but in my opinion, the worst hyperinflation we have probably ever had, Germany still have that record of 50 billion mark for a loaf of bread. That is some Hypixel Skyblock level of price. And in my opinion, if you just talk about any economy existing on this world right now, Hypixel Skyblock economy is probably the best. Because if you want to play that game, get ready, because you're gonna see, because if you want to make money in that game, just like purely through like finance and investing, learn business first. Graduate from Harvard Business School to even stand a chance. It's like, trust me guys, going to business school is not as good as just playing Hypixel Skyblock. That is probably, I said that just as a joke, but you do need a lot of business knowledge if you want to just play the game with ease. Like, I kid you not, there is a website that tracks like a kind of sort of in-game stock market. And there's an in-game cryptocurrency. Anyone for in-game cryptocurrency? Microtransaction? What about in-game crypto? Like the admins literally one day randomly released an item called Stocks of Stonks. And it's like purchased for 5,000 or so points, if I remember right, or like 100,000. I don't remember like the exact price, but it's probably somewhere around there. And you know how I said it was like probably around 185 or something? Now it's worth like 25 million coins. Literal crypto. Like when I started playing, this economy has already destabilized, and at the time, it's only worth around 700k. So it almost quadrupled that for times 4. It was not quadrupled. I calculated it so wrong. It's times 40% the value. Like that's not accurate. It's like times 3.35 times the original value when I started playing. It's ridiculous. I just need one more and this pain and suffering can live. I almost said pain and suffering. Nope, that is a line from Concord Impact 3rd. A very good song, very good story. Go listen and watch it and play it. Not an ad, by the way, not song. Like, again, I want to make a video on why Honkai Impact 3rd is the most underrated anime game. I think when people, the second that people hear anime game, they're just like, oh yeah, anime girl stuff, movies or something. But Honkai, like when I say Honkai Impact 3rd, when I say that to my friend, like it has a very good plot. They're just like, yeah, very good plot, and that plot looks pretty big. And I'm like, no, the story's good. It's like, in my opinion, if like the same do apply for the Dark Souls. Like, you can't like just make a game and try to chalk it off a bit. But if your game doesn't have an actual good core, which is story, then your game is not gonna last long. Like, all the other games made by, like, you know, all the AAA, like, what do you call them? Like, video game companies. In China, we call them big game factories. Literally, direct translation. All those AAA games. You know, they say they're AAA, but they die after a while. Like, not even just, like, quote-unquote dead. It's literally dead, like nobody playing it. But Dark Souls can maintain its, like, player base, like, for decades. Like, look at Dark Souls 1. There are still people playing alive right now. Like, not live, online, playing right now, probably remaining somewhere, using Dark Food and one-shotting each other, you know? And why do people come back to Dark Souls? First, it's a good game. Second, it has a good story. Like, the most memorable stories from Honkai Impact 3rd was, I mean, there's different chapters. So it's chapter 9, 25, and like just the Elysia Realm part of the story, which is like from chapter 28 or so. So yeah, it's very good. It has a very good story. Like, people in China love it. And Genshin Impact is currently getting despised by Chinese players. You know, why? So in my opinion, first, Genshin Impact, like, I'm not saying that Genshin Impact is a bad game, for a few of you that still play the game. I think the version 4.2 story of Felina, and you know, like how she was going through all those stuff, and you know, Navia and her pretty much like servants, or I don't know how to call them. Again, I play the game in Chinese. I don't know a translation, you know, English that can accurately say what I want to say. Those are all good stories. That's what got me to come back. Like, in my opinion, the all version that starts with a 3 is kind of a failure. Because during, like, version 3, this game had just been losing and losing players. Especially after that extremely long side quest. In China, they call it the Forest Book. I don't know what it's called in English. Again, I don't play in English, I play in Chinese. But, and I mainly hang out in the Chinese community for those kind of stuff. So forgive me if I'm not that correct. But yeah, like, in my opinion, in version 3, like, I mean, the Nahia main story questline just didn't feel as good as for Reno's. And I guess the Mondstadt and Liyue storylines are not that good either. Like, in my opinion, Genshin Impact is not good. Oh, we got it. We're done. Okay, at least do this cycle. Genshin Impact is not good at doing main story. They're really not. Because there isn't really, like, anything that came out of this main story. Like, in Honkai Impact 3rd, it has pretty much became a tradition that when a big ending to this part of the story comes out, a music video that has actual good music comes out. And give me some time, I'm gonna go to the rush. Alright, back to talking about Honkai Impact music video. So, like, this tradition started off when the Hersher of Void came out, which is, like, around chapter 7 or 8. And then the next one came, like, pretty much right next to it, which is Night Glow. And not gonna spoil it for you guys. If you guys are interested, go watch it yourself. Very good. It's a very good animation, and it's a very good song. And then the next one that really left like a mark on me is like I really remembered it. Holy Jesus! Is in chapter 16. I forgot what that one is called, but it's pretty much Raiden Mace theme. That song is amazing. And one of the few not sad songs in Honkai Impact 3, which is, surprising. And then the next one is Rubia, amazing. And you might think the singer of that is a female, but it's a male singer. And he is very, very talented. Like, if you guys don't know about the Chinese entertainment circle, pretty much, like, singers don't actually sing. They just do, like, half sing, which by that I mean they play, like, they sing a little and play a little, like, pre-recorded music, or they just completely don't sing at all. They just lip sync. And, the singer who sung the song Rubia is like one of the few that is like publicly recognized as talented and do not do like those lip sync stuff. So, very popular now. And the song is amazing. And then after that, it's Moon Halo, which is I think is like a direct correlation with the song Night Glow, because Moon Halo and Night, Moon and Night, get it? Haha. Yeah.
Ashen 1. Huh.
But I really got convinced by Moon Halo that I actually played Honkai Impact 3 for that. And guess what? I enjoyed it. Like, how do I say that it's a very... It's like, how do I emphasize that it's a very, very good story? Like,
Very well, then take.
okay, what time now? It's 29. Okay, we can go farm some souls.
Mayst thou thy peace discover.
So now these are not useful, but this is still useful. And I'm gonna use this for backstabbing. I haven't like really cried because of a story or a movie like a lot. Like, you can like call me emotionless pretty much. Like, there's a few that have gotten me to cry from like just any sort of story. I'm not limiting it to any sort of expression. If it's a story, I'm counting it. And from my count, let me count it. Like, it's definitely less than 10. Like, when everybody, like, when you watch, like, some sort of very emotional movie, or when my mom is watching an emotional TV show, like, she's crying, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I guess this is not that sad, but it's kind of sad, but, I guess it's just not that sad for me. Yeah, but, like, okay, look, and let's see which movie or just story got me to cry. Okay, so the first one is probably the peak of Chinese animated movie that will never be surpassed, at least in my heart. Which is, I don't know how to say it in English, like, it's hard to translate. Yeah, one of the most annoying things. I wish everybody just focused on that. So. I think you can call it bear slurging. It's literally about two bears protecting the forest. And, you know, it started off like as a okay kids shows, you know. Like, oh yeah, you know, you gotta protect the forest. And, you know, all those fun stuff and got some comedy. But, it really, like the first movie, it's okay. It's great. But in my opinion, where it really peaked was the second one. It's a... Like, it... Before that, it's just like a pretty normal... It have a pretty normal setting. Doesn't have anything like mythological. But suddenly, it introduced a deity of this mountain. Where the two bears live at. And, there's two bears. I will call the big one the 1 and the bear, the small one, 2. So bear 1, you know, is the brother, obviously. And bear 2, when he was small, he met this deity. And the deity gave him the stone as like a, you know, a symbol of something. That like, he had met her. It's a her. It's a she. When I was little and I watched the movie, I thought, you know, because she's a deity, she's probably genderless. But no, it's a she. It's not like about woke stuff. It's like, it's not even after the movie came out. It's just in like the original setting that it's gonna be a she. So yeah, don't get it wrong. It's not about woke. And you know. And the whole story started, you know, when the bear 2 grew up, and then saw this deity again. But he got distracted, so, you know, all the food for the winter got destroyed, and everybody hates him. So he ran away from her. Yes. Kids, please understand. It's for like 10 years. Like, a general range of 6 to 10 years. And, you know, he ran away, and then he met this deity again. And they enjoy some time together. They build up their friendship. Oh, dang it. And one day, the humans came to this place. They were hunting for the deity. Because this boss, when he was little, he had a dream of becoming a superhero, but everybody laughed at him. So he was trying to capture this deity and frame this deity to be a villain, to be a monster that is going to harm everybody. And he will come in and kick the deity's butt so he can become a superhero. I know, that sounds cheesy. Kids movie. So, you know, they successfully capture the deity because, you know, the deity doesn't want to hurt anyone. And then the second bear is just like, oh no, I gotta save them. And then in a bunch of consequences, the big bear and the little bear, the big bear, Bear 1 and Bear 2 reunited, and they decided to help the deity because, you know, now they saw the deity with their own eyes. Now, you know, they have stopped, you know, thinking that it was just an excuse made up by Bear 2 because he was, you know, he ruined everybody's food. And in the process of trying to save the deity, they found out that the evil human boss already did experiment with her, and she was extremely wounded. So they have to carry her back up to where she lived, which is literally on top of a mountain, a snowy mountain. so that she can recover there. And then comes a scene that is probably the most beautiful scene I have ever seen at that time in any Chinese animated movie. It's magical. Like, it's not like the 5-cent animation you think you would see. Like, it's close, it's like infinitely close to being like a, I don't want to say like DreamWorks level of animation, but I would probably say that. It was amazing, you know, the deity is recovering, but you know, the evil human came. But there was this legend. Yeah, but, okay, I forgot to mention. I always forgot to mention the teeny tiny bit of detail. It was the reason that the bad guy thinks that he can successfully frame this deity to be a monster is that the legend is that this deity will one day attack human for their damage on the environment. So he's like, hey, I can frame this deity as a monster because of this legend. And people actually believe him. Like, he just dressed up in this, like, Superman costume. And then he's like, huh, I'm the hero. And who's with me? And then everybody's like, we're with you, we're with you. And then they just went and this time they're not aiming to capture them. They're straight up gonna kill them. And you know, the second there is her good friend, so he won't allow that. Okay, I give up. Too hard. Okay, let me drink some water. So, like, the second bear's like, no, I must save her. And then he planned on to go with himself. But, you know, eventually everybody, even like the quote-unquote TV villain, it's like a hilarious, cartoonishly evil villain that actually had a very, very good, like, good guy arc. Like, they weren't just like, little kids, this guy just became good. He actually became good throughout, like, the whole TV show plus the movie, so it made sense. Which I really liked about it. And they just decided, okay, we're gonna work together. And then, you know, they work together, and, you know, but, you know, just as they are about to succeed in what they're trying to do, a human accidentally attacked the second bear, which insanely triggered the deity that she just went full-on Super Saiyan mode. It triggered her so far off the edge, she turned a snowy mountain into a alive, active volcano. And everybody is, you know, falling into the volcano. Of course, it's a kid's movie. Nobody was screaming while, you know, burning in lava and getting their body absolutely disintegrated like they're swimming in a pool of acid. But, you know, it's implied, like, people died. Which, you know, I didn't cry because of that. But I was like, damn! People died! And that was not like a haha people die laugh. That was a nervous laugh. It's like, yeah, people died in this. Yeah, and then you know, they got on a plane, you know, in order to avoid volcano. But please don't say that the appearance of the plane is just pure Deus Ex Machina. It was just planned out through the movie how that plane is supposed to be there. Yes, they went that deep into, you know, trying to make everything make sense. Because that guy was just an insane inventor. Like, in the first movie, he literally made a helicopter out of scrap. And a bicycle. He made a man-powered helicopter out of scrap. So it literally makes sense. Oh my god, not again.
1.9 million followers, in fact. And he said he was really glad that I wasn't dating it. So,
I just can't kill them now for some reason. Maybe backstabbing will help? And okay, so yeah, pretty much all you have to know is that the reason that this guy survived that long fighting these bears, just trying to cut down some trees, is because he is insane at inventing stuff. So, you know, it actually makes sense. And, you know, the second part of the legend that I forgot to mention, like always, is that if the bear 2 returns the stone that the deity gave him, then the deity can go back to normal and stop Super Saiyan. So that's like the final main goal of the movie, which is to, you know, return the stone. And in this process, I kid you not, everybody except Bear 2 died. It was not like everybody getting disintegrated by lava. It was implied. But because, you know, the plane to the deity was pretty much like a fly flying around her. So when they got too close, she slapped them out of the air. And everybody basically just sacrificed themselves just throwing Bear 2 at her. And as you know, the plane that you know, destruction in the air, I guess you know what happens next. Yes, everybody falling to their death, and probably in the process getting burned by the lava. And the best part of this has not came yet. I do not mean that, you know, that people dying is good. I'm just saying, to this point, it's still a very well story. Because they did not, you know, just a happy ending. There is hardship, there's adversity towards that goal. It's not like, you know, just kids movie out these days. That, no bad guy, no evil, no villain, everybody happy ending. No, there was sadness. I kid you not. So after Bear 2 successfully returned the stone to the deity, it triggered her ability, which, get this, turns back time. So nobody died. In the end, nobody died. But in the process, there were stakes. It's not worth it at this point. I'm just gonna... But before, you know, the movie shows you, you know, everything is fine, everybody survives, a great song kicks in. In my opinion, top 1 song ever appeared in any animation movie I have ever seen. It was called You Have Never Left. And it goes into a flashback. You know how I think if you guys listen to the story, and I was not confused by my extremely confusing way of telling the story, you might question, how did the bears know about this deity? Well, it's about their long dead mother. And, you know, to me, that was the shit, man. Like, a story about a kid and their mother and just having a story time, and their mom died trying to protect them from, poachers trying to, you know, probably skin them. Again, implied skinning. And I mean, you can probably guess what happened to the mother trying to protect her sons. But you know, it's just their mother telling them about the story, about how there's a deity living on the mountain where they live. And just, you know, the story that I have told you guys. And paired with that song, it was magical. It got me crying. And I didn't want to let my mom know. So I was just straight up biting my arm to not make any crying sound. Still, one of the best animated movies I have ever seen. There was ups and downs, stories of friendship. It wasn't just, you know, happy all the way. There was, you know, difficulty, hardship. They had to conquer problems. They always had a clear goal that they are working toward to. Just amazing. And that, like, that final scene, like, where, you know, everybody lost their memory except Bear 2, because I guess he's the guy who returned the stone. And it was... And the final detail to show how gentle the deity is, the time was returned back to before he Bear 2 messed up and lost everybody's food. But the only proof that everybody went through this was the stone that Bear 2 still had. The deity gave it to him again. But this time, it is not covered with the... Sorry, not covered. Carved with the symbol of the deity. Instead, it is carved with the head of Bear 2 and the face of Bear 2 and the face of the deity as a symbol of their friendship. And the only proof of that it ever happened. So it has a pretty beautiful ending too. It's amazing. So yeah, that's like one of the first movies that ever got me to cry. It was just that good. It's like, you know, I think you guys can find a full version on YouTube if you guys are interested in watching it. If you guys are interested, then just type in the chat. I will look after the stream. And the reason that I don't look right now is that I don't have a second monitor, can't monitor it. Ouch. You're like me, or as I would like to call it, Dark Souls 3. Well, technically 6. Well, that can technically be as Dark Souls 0. It's like the first movie of that whole franchise was pretty well accepted, mainly because the story was okay. Like, the first movie got like a rating of 8 point something, which for an animated movie that is made for kids, it was magical. And it made like... How much? I don't remember. I really don't, but it's like a lot. Like, probably close to $1 billion. Because the kids market is kind of... And then the second movie is probably the only animated movie in China I have ever seen reach a whopping score of like 9.2. I think that's the last time I ever looked at it, was 9.2 on the Chinese Rotten Tomato thingy. That is called... How do I say? I can't find a translation for it. But you know, it was magical. And I think that one made twice as much money as the first one. But I'm not sure if the 1 billion USD was right. Maybe like 400 million USD? I'm not sure. But made a lot of money. And that franchise is still going now. And apparently the movie that they released this year was also very good. So yeah. The first movie was like what I said. It's just nobody died. There isn't really that much of a difficulty in conquering all the obstacles in the story. Oh no, I got hit. quit then. And the reason that it was received well the first movie was because it did a pretty good job of, you know, building the whole movie around the theme of what's family, what's actually precious. And for me at the time, holy cow, that was deep. You're telling me the most precious thing is not money? Whoa. You're telling me the most important thing is the friends we made along the way? No, I kid you not. It was literally the most precious thing. It's like this evil villain trying to get this rich person's inheritance, but because the only children left of the rich person was a little kid, so he is just trying to kidnap her this whole time. But eventually, when he finally succeeded in kidnapping her and opened the vault using her fingerprint, he discovered that there's no money, no riches, only memories. So literally, maybe the real money is the friends we made along the way. But you know, for like a 6-year-old me, that was like, friends are worth more than money? And you will not believe how money hungry I was as a kid. But to me now, maybe the true money is the friends we made along the way is more sarcastic than, you know, actually a deep message. Because at this point I just know money is almost like all powerful. If you have money, you can do anything. Can money buy happiness? Of course. Why can't money buy happiness? It literally buys happiness. I mean, let's see who's more happy. The people who work 16 hours a day and for minimum wage, or people working 0 hours a day and just getting paid because they're rich and they probably made a bunch of investment, and the day, you know, they made money, they're just set for life. It's like the day that their startup company got like a $2 billion, you know, they first, you know, make it public, go on the stock market, appears on Wall Street, makes like $200 billion on first day, like how Facebook did. They're just set for life. Like, they can just put it into financing and investing. They're set for life. They can just quit right there. They're done. I guess that's what happened with the whole Twitch situation. After the guy, the creator of Twitch, not the creator, the founder of Twitch sold the company, he's pretty much just that. So yeah, once again, I do ask, who's more happy? And you know, if you have money, you will never have to be afraid of having no friends, because friends throw themselves at you. Why? Money. Well, I guess that's a part of which that demonstrates the bad thing about money, which is you can't really have a relationship with anybody that is real anymore. Like, for real. That you know that, you know, they're not just being friends with their money. They actually want to be friends. But you know, after you have money, you can never be sure. So it's just infinite doubt. Friends, family, not trustworthy anymore. Because, you know, money. At that point, you just become Gollum, I guess. My precious. Basically, so there's our ups and downs, but being rich is mainly up. Oh, okay. And another thing that I really don't like about the current society is that oh yeah, if you go to school, work hard, take out a $300,000 student loan and go to Harvard, you're going to have a bright future. No, you're still not going to be able to compete with the people that is already rich. No. American, like when I read Great Gatsby, other than feeling that Gatsby is a complete clown because he's just simping over Daisy and paid his life for it, it's just that, like, the whole book is somehow talking about American dream and white picket fences. In my opinion, the reason that a dream is called a dream is that it is literally a dream. It's fiction. It's not going to become true. In China, there's this term of drawing a pancake or something, which is basically telling someone that they're going to do something, they're going to make it, but, you know, realistically, you're drawing a pancake. That is not real. You're not making a pancake. You're drawing them. And there's another term in China, which is called winning at the starting line. Every parent wants to do that. But you know, can they really do that in this society where the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer? A wise man, a wise word from the first emperor of China, he said, if you use the way of a rich country to regulate a poor country, then it will only make your country more poor. And if you use a poor country's way to regulate a rich country's way, then it will make your country also poor. So the rich have the richest way, the poor has the poorest way. But currently, the poor is trying to raise their kid in the rich man's way. So obviously, they're not going to get richer. It's like, you're not going to win at the starting line. You have already lost. If you're not born in like a rich people's family at this point, you cannot do the quote-unquote winning at the starting line. And trust me, bud. Trust me, bud, you're not gonna win at the starting because you already lost. And you know, sometimes you do have to think stuff logically, like, who is gonna be willing to share their wealth? I mean, Andrew Carnegie did write this book called The Gospel of Wealth, in which he said, in his opinion, you know, he is indeed a robber baron, and by that he means, you know, he pretty much give people bare minimum wage, and you know, he's rich, like he got it from the people, so when he's gonna die, he's gonna just donate all his money. And he did. He donated like 90% of what he owes. He is a man of his word. But talking about the rich people right now, are they gonna do that? No. Why do they donate? Tax evasion. Simple as that. But you know, not just the rich people, even like I think MatPat has sometimes joked about it, like he needs to use the stuff he bought in his video so that he can write it off as a, you know, for video or for like work or something. Talking too much today. About to lose my voice. Alright, let's just do one last rotation, kill all three of them, reach 600,000, and let's go back to the line. We have 23. No, this is not how it's supposed to go. No, this is... Bro, what the heck? Bro! Why didn't I get the backstab?
It's a little bit petty, doesn't it? The interesting thing about the housekeeper ghost is that it's said that most of what she does to haunt the hotel is
So yeah, I guess I really talked a lot today. Like I have talked pretty much. Today I didn't even get to do commentary on my gameplay because there is no gameplay. Oh. It's just, hey guys, this is the 20th rotation, and I'm still struggling to max myself out in this game. Yeah, I taught a history lesson today, multiple ones. I talked about the latest Chinese animated movies. So yeah, it is something. And talked about world politics and why you should just give up and lay back. Oh, heck. If anybody asks, like, what is the key to success in Dark Souls, I would just say one word: ass. Because literally, you go for ass. Mia's like, you know how in the Elden Ring DLC pre-order you can get a special emote? But you know, if he adds like a special template of a message saying ass needed a head or something, just like you're able to use the word ass, I will pre-order it. A69, not bad.
creepy as hell. In every picture, he's just a shaggy thing. And then what is the story about how one of the staff...
Ash thou, then I douse. Very well, then touch taken up.
I just need one more level. I can face 30. Let's go meet Yorshka. Hello, I have returned.
Oh, if I can...
Can I please have the weapon buffing skill? I just want that.
My blade of the dark as captain, please, as a shade of persevere in the...
No!
Off so soon, may the dark moon watch...
It's not even enough. Oh, fuck. But I guess I'll grind more after. I don't want to like do Ceres' questline again because that is pretty confusing. Wait, technically if I have the gesture then I can just do... Yeah, maybe I don't have to do Ceres' questline. Okay, let's just farm a bit more. There. I just want like the dark moon incantation thing. I guess I will do more grinding until this week is over. Bruh. You know, hopefully she gave me the Dark Moon incantation thingy at 20 and not 30. If that's a level 30, like the 30 item given word, I might just go crazy. Wow. So 31,000 each. Wow. Don't you dare let someone call you what? You were 31,000 souls.
Ashla, then I am doused. Very well, then take.
Level
Mayst thou
129.
thy peace.
Oh no. Let's see if there's any incantation / miracle that we can get. Ah, dang. You need 40? You need to soft cap it? Like my current stat, do I actually have that? Yeah, no.
Ah.
Yeah, let's buy all these sorceries.
Ashen 1.
Oh, I got the sunlight sphere. Eh. Let's go. I can use lightning blade. Okay, now I can actually, level up.
That just wasn't.
A charm. Let's level the one that series gave us. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll max it out. Sunlight Talisman. Let's do this. I'm rich. And frankly, I don't have that much Titanite chunk. But those are still farmable.
Pretty be careful, but.
I guess the next one that I want to tackle is probably strength. And yeah, this is probably it. Thank you guys for watching today, and don't forget to stay tuned for the next one where we farm for more proof of Concord kept. And I will